Okay, so this is my brand new Coralife Biocube 29 fish tank, which I plan on using it as a saltwater reef tank. Purchased it from my local fish store. They already had it put together, so I didn't get it in the box. But I plan on doing some modding of it anyway, so that really is not a big deal. It's a pretty compact design here. Have the front hatch for feeding, although I plan on sticking an automatic feeder on there at some point. Open it up. There's the lighting. Have both a 10K light, actinic, I think that's how you say it, light for the blue, and then an LED light there in the middle of the two lights for night light, which I do plan on sticking on a timer. Hopefully at some point I will be replacing that with a Steve's LED system. Here is the return. Down below is the pump. Here's the filtration unit. This is also going to be upgraded probably before I actually stick any living animals in there. It's just a replaceable filter pad. And then down below is a secondary plastic unit which will also be pulled out. And I'll post videos of that later. And here's another section on the far side where you can stick skimmer or other parts. I'm not going to stick a skimmer on there, I don't believe, although at some point I may drill a couple holes in the back of this and put a sump and refugium down at the bottom. Here's the back access. Makes it very easy to quickly get to your filters and pump. Alright, the Biocube also came with a ton of these bio balls, which are supposed to harbor algae and help clean the tank. But if you're keeping rock, both my local fish store and everything I've read online indicates that it is not a good idea to keep the bio balls in a reef tank. If fish only, it seems fine, but everybody recommends removing them if you are going to be using rock, live rock, which I am. Alright, let's see what it looks like inside when we flip the lights on. We have 4 switches on top. First one, I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe is the 10K white light. Second switch is the blue actinic light. It's supposed to make the colors on your corals pop, make them much crisper, which is a great idea. The middle switch, or third switch there, is for extra LEDs which can be added to the unit, although I'll probably just be upgrading the entire lighting system. And the last switch is 3 blue lunar LEDs for nighttime use, which I do plan on sticking these on a schedule. Alright, let's take a look at what I'm going to be sticking in there the first day. Okay, so first thing we have here is a little nano cleaner magnet. This is supposed to work well on the curved glass which the Biocubes come with on the front 2 corners. There is a temperature gauge. Doesn't seem to want to focus very well. Okay, and the last item I had here was my glass heater. I was going to go with plastic because I was afraid of glass potentially shattering, but my local fish store recommended this one as a very solid heater. They said as long as you unplug the heater and let it cool down at least 5 minutes before removing any water and exposing it to the air, you shouldn't have any problems with it shattering. Good tip. Okay, and down here we have the 4 pieces of live rock. Okay, and the last item here is live sand. I wasn't going to go with live sand, but they already had it. It was fairly inexpensive, and I don't see any reason to order dry sand when my local shop has good sand at a decent price already. Plus, I like to support the local fish shops. Okay, that is after 1 bag of sand. Alright, here we are with the second bag of sand in there, and it comes out to about 2 inches actually, which is still pretty decent. I can always add another inch of sand if I want to, but I think that'll be fine for now. Okay, so I believe I've got the rock set up here how I want it. The idea is I want lots of little ledges and flat areas or flatter areas for different corals that I'll be adding. Frankly, I have no idea what I'm going to be adding exactly yet, but I want plenty of options. Plus, I wanted some overhangs and some sort of tunnels that the fish can swim through. Give them the feeling of areas they can sort of escape to when they feel a little stressed or antagonized by one of their tank buddies. So, and I've, in a very, very small way, got the sort of U shape I was going for. Let's see if we can get a view on the back side here. So they've got some room back there where they can hang out if they want to hide, but not to the point where you can't see them when they are hiding. I don't want them to be able to hide completely from view. Alright, let's add the water and see what it looks like. So, since I don't have my own RODI machine yet, fortunately my local fish shop sells water jugs. So I've got 25 gallons of salt water and a single gallon of fresh water so I can set up as a drip when the water level decreases. Hopefully I'll be able to automate that as well. Okay, so now we are up and running. When the pump is running, the water is just about up to the rim, just under it. From the front, the water line is above the plastic, so it looks very nice. And the water is just above, I don't know if you can see it there, but just above the maximum level, or maximum mark. Alright, that might help a little better. And watching YouTube videos from another gentleman who has a Biocube, he recommends not bothering to worry about trying to meet the maximum mark, because if you try to keep it between there, he says you'll drive yourself crazy. It's not going to hurt to go over it all. So I'm going to pretty much ignore those, to a certain extent anyway. You can see the return, water going across the pad. And you can see the water level down there. It is the same level underneath the filter pad as it is in the pump area. And when I turn the pump off, the water in the main tank drops down a bit below the black plastic, and the sections in the back equalize. But most of the time the pump will be running, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, so these little biomagnet clarifiers packets came with the live sand, and according to the local fish shop, they are supposed to add bacteria or additional bacteria and little bits of life to help get the tank going faster, which I'm not in a hurry. I was planning on buying some dry rock anyway, which would have put me out a month or two probably. So this gets it up faster, great. If not, no problem. Okay, so here's the thermometer. Nestled in the corner there, try to get a little bit out of the way. And here is the Eheim Jaeger, I think is how you pronounce that, heater. I'm going to stick that in the back corner there where the Biocube skimmer would go if I had one. I like to keep that hidden if possible, but in a place that will constantly be underwater, and that would be a good spot. If I have issues, we can always move it, but I think that'll be where we're going to stick it for now. Alright, the heater is installed and it is running. I currently have the temperature set on 81, and mostly just to warm the water up a little bit and see if it actually warms the temperature to that level. Okay, everything is in the tank that is going to be put in the tank for the time being. Let's turn the lights on and see what it looks like. And there we have it. A bit cloudy, but that will clear up in a very short while. That is the Biocube 29 by Coralife. And we'll post more updates as the tank progresses.